But he got to learn it with the feet so he knows when and why he's taking that risk. You understand me?
Yeah.
That's where people like myself come in because I understand it. And they would say, why you trying? The reason I don't say much more, Stephen, because I don't never want guys to think I'm trying to.
You hating on them.
I'm trying to take your
this is
time.
knowledge.
That's all it is.
Was particularly anxious to fight Shakur because it's frankly probably a fight that Shakur is going to win.
Devin Haney, Conor Ben, like there's a lot of fights that like Shakur can like be involved in and beat all these dudes, man. Beat all of them. Has a chance of beating all of them, right? And solidifying, his mark in the sport, being, the great of his generation.
Boxing pros are split on who would win the potential Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney fight. Both are young, skilled, and unbeaten champions with smart styles. Stevenson is known for defense and sharp timing, while Haney uses speed, jabs, and ring control.
I actually don't know. I mean, my mind says Shakur probably win. But then I see the great work that he did with Loma, or that he fight with Loma, and overcome a lot of different obstacles in that fight. It could be hard for Shakur. Shakur, right? Shakur Stevenson. As they call it'd be hard for him for the long range, the height, how big he is, stuff like that. And then what makes me think even more is when Shakur started spar with Crawford, and he had lots of problems with Crawford. Even though Crawford wasn't punching him hard or whatever, but you know what he had problems with? He had problems with the long arms and the height of Crawford. So he couldn't counterpunch like he wanted to. Go Crawford probably would have hit him hard, but it's different. It's a different, he's longer and stuff. It's harder. So that could be a problem for Shakur that we don't know.
Devin Haney publicly called out both Shakur Stevenson and Keshin Davis as his next big fights, saying a matchup with Stevenson would be the next biggest fight in boxing, and then targeting Davis as well. Haney shared this challenge on social media after Stevenson's latest win.
The dream confirms what I've been saying. 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, superstar boxer, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, Devin the Dream Haney, 33 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He calls out another first ballot Hall of Famer of his era. Ironically enough, Devin Haney is 27, and the person he calls out is 28 years old, who's another first ballot Hall of Famer, Olympic silver medalist, 4-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, who simultaneously up until yesterday held the WBC 135-pound title and the WBO 140-pound junior welterweight title at the same time. Superstar boxer, 4-division champion, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, Shakur Stevenson, who is 25 wins, no losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. So Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, as I said, and Devin Haney confirmed it as you see there, this is the next super fight in the sport of boxing.
As both men rely on skill rather than raw punching power, boxing pros believe their fight would be extremely tactical.
Haney, of course, calling out Shakur Stevenson. Shakur saying, anytime you want it, we can get it done. But a little bit of this, a little bit of yakking back and forth, right? I mean, how awesome would that be? These two names,
we've been talking about this fight for a while.
Tantalizing.
But now, I tell you,
it's juicy.
I tell you, this fight now is even more juicy than it was the first time around when they were talking about it. When they were talking about it the first time around, Haney was red hot as an undisputed lightweight champion, and Shakur was the boogeyman who was very good, but was having trouble locking in those big
insider
games.
boogeyman.
Right. I gotta be honest, man. Like this could, if this happens right now, this is the right timing too, because both are at a good moment in their careers.
Very high.
It's actually,
and there's a title on the line.
It's actually simmered better Then it had...
Paulie Malignaggi believes this is the right time for a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney because both fighters are champions and established stars. He says their styles and achievements make the matchup big enough for fans and meaningful for boxing.
It was really, really something that you wanted to see. But now, because of Shakur's recent performance and Haney still being undefeated and having righted the ship, winning as an underdog, against Brian Norman, I rate that. I rate when you take on a fight as an underdog and you win it. I rate that. You know, that's why Haney, for me, got into the circle of trust because he wasn't trying to milk the whole business like Gervonta Davis has. So he's taking on these kind of challenges. He's winning them. He built himself up to that level to now, okay, take on all comers. Win or lose, take on all comers. He's got that win over Norman as an underdog. You can say what you want post in hindsight. In foresight, a lot of people were picking against Haney. He gets that win. Shakur, in the meantime, makes his name bigger. You gotta pump those numbers up, and he pumped those numbers up by winning the Teofimo Lopez fight. Now, you know what? Okay, now there's an interest from both fighters. A lot more money, a lot more at stake, a lot more, again, ambition. I like to use that word ambition today. And I think a lot more people will be interested in it than the first.
Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson have known each other for a long time. Both started as young prospects training and competing in amateur circuits before turning professional. Over the years, they have followed each other's careers closely, building respect as fellow champions.
I like Shakur. I think he's good. I've been knowing Shakur since I was a kid, so I always knew that he was good. I knew that he would be at the top one day. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, me and Shakur, we've been sparring since, bro, I think my first sparring session, we were like 12 years old, maybe a little bit older, but something like around there, maybe like 13 years old. So it's been times when he got the best of me and I got the best of him. But I cannot, judge him off of those sparring sessions. I know he's gotten better, just like I can't judge Ryan off of the fights we fought when we were kids, because I know that he's gotten better, and so have I. If you judge off of sparring sessions, I mean, you're gonna be in for a long night, especially sparring session when I was.
Roy Jones Jr. believes Shakur Stevenson needs to improve his footwork control. He says Shakur moves too far out of range after defending punches.
Shakur Stevenson is a very good fighter, but you gotta learn, and I will hope he will pay attention to this because this is gonna mean a lot for him. Mm-hmm. His feet are good, but sometimes they take him too far out of range to be able to come back and counter. Mm-hmm. The last guy he fought, the guy was a good puncher, so when he was jumping back, he was jumping too far back out of range to where he couldn't come back and get something right away. You understand me? And for the fans, it starts to look bored.
That's how I'd say. I felt like he was running.
He really ain't running. He just don't understand that this is somebody got to teach him. And I would teach him if they brought him to me to teach him. But he got to understand what I'm trying to tell him. I'm not trying to criticize him.
Right.
When you say something bad, they take it as criticism.
Right.
No, son, you got to understand how to not jump. Okay, people know what the thing that dig the hole, the excavator, right? Yeah. If you move that thing back too far, you can't reach the job. Right. It's got to work, but it got to stay on the job while it work. You can't take it out of, if you working with this, because this part keeps it on the job, the feet. This do the work. If you take the thing and move it back, it's off the job, it can't work no more. Right. So if you move it back every time off the job, it ain't gonna never get no work done. So now it's gonna become boring. Why? It ain't doing it.
Because of that, he sometimes misses chances to counterattack. Jones thinks staying a little closer would help Stevenson land counters and take advantage of opponents' mistakes more effectively.
It started on a hold and it moved to another one. When we gonna get a pawn dug? We're not, because it's taking off the job too much. You gotta leave it on the job for it to get a pawn dug. And that's his only thing. He a great fighter. He got great eyesight. He has great reaction time. He gonna be a great fighter. He just gotta figure out how to use them feet a little different.
Is he the best defensive fighter out of all four of them?
Right now, defensive, yes, because his defense is with his feet. Some people don't understand, defense isn't with your hands, it's with your feet. And he has the best foot defense of the game. Mm-hmm. So if he uses it for defense, when it's strictly defense, yes. But when you want to make it offensive, you can't do the same. You gotta cut it in half. And that's the only thing he had a problem with. Once he learns that, or figures that out, he gonna be a killer.
Would the skill he has now make him the best out of them four?
Right now, no. Because some people gonna say, boy, and the reason the rest of them don't want to fight him is because they know he know that back foot game so well that he's not gonna engage until he wants to engage. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing too. But for the fans and to be
not right now,
the ratings, you gotta be able to engage when they need you to engage. Mm-hmm. If you can't, then you're gonna become bored.
But Shakur Stevenson is confident he can outbox Devin Haney. He believes his defensive skills, speed, and precise counterpunching give him the edge. Stevenson has said that by controlling distance, avoiding Haney's jab, and picking his shots carefully, he can dominate the fight technically and prove he is the superior boxer in the ring.
Me, personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer.
Stevenson has emphasized that if he ever decides to move up to 147 pounds to fight, he would require a rehydration clause in the contract. Stevenson believes that post-weigh-in weight gains can create significant advantages, as some fighters grow substantially overnight, giving them extra power and size in the ring. By adding a rehydration clause, he wants to ensure a fair fight where both boxers enter the ring at a similar weight, preventing anyone from exploiting a size advantage. This approach reflects Stevenson's strategic mindset, showing that he not only relies on skill but also on smart negotiation to maintain fairness and protect his chances against naturally bigger opponents.
If y'all want me to come to 147, I'm coming in with rehydration clause. I don't even do that. But why am I going up to these guys' weight classes if I'm not planning on going there? So any of y'all want to fight me at 147?
Yeah, rehydration.
10 pounds.
10-pound rehydration. Like the IBF rule, basically.
You got to understand, that means on fight night, when we get in the ring, they're going to be 157, maybe 158.
Max.
No bigger than 160 that night.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
So if we could get it like, all right, like the IBF rule, 10-pound rehydration.
Yes, but think about it. If there's no rehydration clause, these guys going to give it up to 170 pounds.
Yeah, 175.
I'm in the 140s on fight night.
Yeah.
So if I'm 140, they 170. Bro, what am I in here wrestling around with these?
Right.
Come on, bro.
How did you feel at 140 though? Like compared to 35, did you feel any difference? Or was it like in your body, like does it feel any different at all or was it the same?
Both of them I'm gonna be straight because the weight is easy to...
Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father and longtime trainer, has been very firm about his position regarding rehydration clauses. He has publicly stated that he will not accept any restrictions on how much weight Devin can regain after the official weigh-in. This stance reflects their philosophy that fighters should be able to rehydrate naturally and compete at their optimal strength without artificial limits imposed by contractual clauses. However, this position could create significant challenges if Shakur Stevenson insists on including a rehydration clause in any potential fight agreement.